I paid 99 pence for this Bartman Avenger of Evil game. This was bought faulty from eBay, and it's made by Acclaim, apparently, in 1989. Now, the listener on this said that it kind of comes on, which is weird, but that it doesn't display properly, and you can't play the game. So I don't really know, but let's pop some batteries in and let's find out. Nice. Obviously, there's no back battery cover here, which is annoying, but quite common with these things. Oh, it is doing something. We've got whatever that is down there, which is... yeah, I think you can just make that out. And then we've got some moving sort of things here. Yeah, it doesn't look right, does it? So let's press some buttons. Well, it's not making any sound. And the game isn't starting. You can see Bart up there with his mask on. Oh, and there's Nelson just appeared. And he's throwing things. Right, well, I mean... Oh, it's just completely gone off now. Okay. My initial thoughts, it would be the screen if it wasn't for the fact there's no sound either. So it's possible it's got a couple of faults, or... I mean, I don't know. Let's open it and find out.
Yo, hey, what's happening, dudes? I'm the guy with the rep for being rude, terrorizing tech wherever I go. It's not intentional, just keeping the flow. Fixing broke crap, you might ask why, cause it makes me feel good, just like I'm the guy who made melted plastic and art. Anyway, let's fix this for Simpson Bart. While we're here, let's give out the thanks. Nicholas Lewis and give Keish a chance. Slanish to the Sarah Cat Flux. Hope we can fix this or else that sucks. It's getting to the point where I've got too many patrons. What can I do? I might have to rotate them. Names at the top, it don't mean I'm not grateful. Hope you understand and I'm not too hateful. I can switch it up each week, split them in two. Let me know what you think in the comments, I'll review. But for now, let's do the rest, including A1 bass, Cooey Jingles, Kid Pakes, in the place. Dr. Frankenstein and Dr. Princess Wizard. Elmo's finds Kissox from Jamrock he transferred. Get the money, Lee Grieve, Kenneth Terry, Jonathan Harden, Adam Taylor, Paul Bay. Big thanks to everyone, I love you all. If your name was at the top, next time you'll get the call. But how can I finish without the Joe? It's gotta be done, on with the show. John Prushik was nearly it, too tricky. Today we go out with my man Michael Biggie.
What on earth is that? It's just crumbling. It's like it's made a biscuit. What is that? Is it a biscuit? I don't understand. I have literally no idea what that's supposed to be. Or maybe it's something that's meant to put pressure down on the screen. But it's just... It's just crumbling to dust. Right, well, that might explain why the screen doesn't work properly. But although, I mean, it's a zebra connector. Everything looks lovely and clean. We've got a blob chip. We've got a crystal. We've got a transistor. And we've got that capacitor, maybe? And then a couple of surface mount caps and a resistor by the looks of it. I don't know where to start. Well, the sound will come from this piezo buzzer thing here, and there's a couple of springs on the back, which obviously make contact with this, and that all looks fine. I mean, I can check that spring's a little bit discoloured, but I can check that it's going through. Do you know what I'm going to do first and foremost? I'm going to remove all of this biscuit. Let's see if I can get something to replace it that's the same thickness that will put pressure down. I mean, I don't know if that's it, but let's try it. Remove biscuit. the background there, which is rather nice. So you could change the background to something else if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to, but you could. Right, I found some cardboard, which, when it's compressed, is about the same depth as this. So I'm going to cut that, I don't know, smaller than that aperture there. So let's try that. It's too thick. Just like me. Yes. Well, the screen looks better. I still don't think it's right though. The screen is definitely better. There's more things going on, but there's no Bart. And there's still no sound. I don't know. There he is. He's there. Maybe the zebra connectors need cleaning. And I haven't obviously put it back together fully. So I think that might work. Why has it got no sound? Let's try and work that out. Shazam. Nice. Right, well, let's measure continuity to the edge of these springs from the circuit board here. Let's put our
multimeter in continuity.
And we'll go from there to there. That's all good. And from there to there. That's also good. So I don't think it's the springs. Maybe it's the piezo buzzer itself. I don't know. Or, I've had one of these before. I think it was the Bartman one. And it was the transistor, I think, which was acting as an amplifier. Yeah, let's test that transistor. Could be that. How do I do that? I can't remember. Right, so we'll go on to diode mode, which is that one. And if I remember rightly, we should have a reading one way, but not the other. So we'll go across the emitter and the collector. Right, we've got 0.6. Switch the leads. And we've got... And we've got 0.6. We've got 0.6 both ways. Let's do the emitter and the base. 0.66 the other way around. 0.66. So we've got it both ways. That's not right, is it? Let's do the collector and the base. 0.04 and the other way around. 0.04. Right, we're getting readings the same both ways. I don't think that's right. So my money's on that as the problem with the sound. Let's see what it is. Let's get this under the microscope. Right, so what is this transistor? What are you? You are a... I can't read that. 5010? 501Q? Looks like a Q. JC 501Q125. JC 501Q125. Let's go with that. Right, the JC501 does exist. It's an NPN general purpose transistor manufactured by Philips. So let's have a look at the pinout. Okay, base is in the middle, collector is on the right, and emitter is on the left. And base is on the right, collector... Oh no, that's different. It's confusing. So if you look at this diagram, we've got 1 is the base, 2 is the collector, 3 is the emitter. So B is on the left-hand side where you're looking at the flat surface, and E is on the right-hand side as you're looking at the flat surface. And that's completely opposite to what we have here. because B is on the right-hand side on the flat surface. What's going on? No way, it is right. Because that's upside down, isn't it? The pins are going upwards. So the base is on the right-hand side. This is very complicated. Why don't they make the drawings easier? Yeah, so that's with the pins facing up. So if you flip it round, the base is on the right-hand side. The collector's in the middle and the emitter's on the left, which is what we've got on the board. Right. I think that's the right one. Let's see if I've got any of those. Just looking at this again, is that a bit of damage there on the top? Or is it just a... Oh, I don't know. Looks a bit funny, doesn't it? Anyway, let's look for this transistor. Right, I'm sure you've just seen a many hours later thing, but I've been looking through and basically you can't really buy that one anymore. You can buy equivalents of it, but the equivalents of it I don't have. So I've had to look at equivalents of equivalents, and eventually I came across somewhere that said that this one, which is the 2N3904, does the same thing. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's on the internet, so it must be, right? The only problem I can see is that on the pinouts... I mean, I looked at the specs. The specs are very, very similar. I think the only difference is the collector current on this is 200 milliamps, and on the Philips one it's 100. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. Might do. Right, so here we've got 1 is the emitter, 2 is the base, 3 is the collector. So we've got emitter, base, collector, which is different because the base on this one is in the middle. So I'm going to have to switch round some stuff. Don't worry, I'll work it out. First of all, let's get that one off the board. I mean, it's very handy that they put the markings on the board so you can kind of see where it's supposed to be. Nice. Just using isopropyl alcohol to give it a bit of a clean. Lovely. And here we have the 2N3904. So as we look at it, we've got left is emitter, middle is base, right is collector. So I'm going to have to swap the C and the B round. I suppose I've got two options. I can either install it back to front and then move the E over from the other side, or I can just twist the C and the B, but then you risk them joining together. I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to install it back to front. I know what I mean. So I've bent that one out of the way, and now we've got the base, which is in the middle, and the collector, and I'm going to install it like that. Well, I'm going to try to. Right there and there now. I'm going to try and give myself as much room as possible. And now I need to move this leg over there without it shorting. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to try and solder it in place first, and then I can worry about making sure it's not touching. Oh dear. Damn. Right, there we go. It's a bit tidy now. You can see the legs are definitely not going to be touching. Clear daylight. Oh, it's looking good. Well, what'd you do? Huh? What are you supposed to do? Yes. That's what you deserve for being a stupid game.
Everybody, if you can, do the Bartman. Shake your body, turn it out if
Shake
you can,
it out, man.
Front to back to the side if you can.
Bartman.
Everybody in the house, do the Bartman. Everybody, if you can, do the Bartman. Shake your body, turn it out if you can, man. Front to back to the side, yes you can. Everybody in the house, do the Bartman.